Hey, good to see you. James Hillman here. Today, I'm going to be shaving. I know that's kind of an oddball thing to be doing on this channel, but I'm doing it in response to a request from James, another James, on the Facebook group nosmallcreator. And apparently, he has a young friend that is new to shaving and needs some tips and tricks. So, while you don't normally have to go out into the woods and get your jet boil going, I thought I would share my technique for shaving. So, let's kick the intro, and then when we come back, I'll have some hot water and we can knock these whiskers off. So, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. The jet you hear in the background is, in fact, the jet boil here. It's heating up some water. I'm gonna have to soften up my whiskers here a little bit. Normally, I would hop through the shower and do this, but we're getting there right now. Whew, yeah, okay. Jet boil, highly effective. Let's just turn that off. Okay, so I don't tip any of this, let's just kind of clear some of this business out of here. Because I just don't want to wear hot water all over me. Danger Bay. Okay, so I'm an old school shaver. We've got hot water here. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. So, old school shaver. So, in fact, safety razor. And this is, in fact, my grandfather's razor, who passed away a few years back, and I was lucky enough to get it. So, again, safety razor. There's a lot of different kind of razor brands out there. And you know what? People are as particular about these as they are about almost anything out there. So, I like this style. This is an old Gillette, and I don't know exactly when my grandfather got it, but the key to this is being careful. It's a single blade, double-sided obviously, but you will slice yourself open quite easily if you're not paying attention. So, let's get into this here a little bit. Almost fell in the creek. So, we're just going to get the whiskers. Ooh. What? Okay, so, yeah, there we go. Getting some water on here. So it's key to soften up the whiskers. It'll make your life a whole lot easier going forward. So, bristle brush. And here is, I think they call it RazoRock. It's artisan shaving soap. There's a, I think it's the Italian barber in Italy. I'll put a link down below. I'll put a whole bunch of links down below for a change. But these guys make great soap, reasonably priced, and I got like a half dozen of them. Maybe not as many as my brother-in-law. He's crazy for this stuff. So I load my brush up. Basically all I'm doing is just turning it in here on the soap. It's a bit wet, but that's okay. Gonna make a mess, but I don't have to clean it up out here as much. So you don't get a lather going in the soap. You get a lather going in your bowl. In this bowl, an old buffalo horn, round it out. I'll try to show you this all. Maybe we can shoot some B-roll so you can see it. But you're trying to make effectively whipped cream in here. So you can start to see it. It's getting nice and thick. Okay, boom. Piece of cake. That's good there. Now, let's get her face a little wetter. And we're going to be shaving by braille today. No mirror. No stuff to factor on here today. You could do a hot cloth, but let's take it a little far, I guess. Okay. Okay, on we go. I've never really done this without a mirror before. It's probably gonna have soap everywhere. So you're gonna wanna work the brush against your face. That'll even improve the lather. All right. I probably look ridiculous, but that's okay. I look this ridiculous pretty much every day. But here we go. Okay, so leftover soap we may need. Maybe I'll even give myself some lips. Okay, one thing about hot water and razors. Don't get the water so smoking hot you can't put your fingers in it. But if you're gonna shave with those fancy new Gillette razors that have like a multitude of little blades on them, if your water is too hot, you will warp those little razors. And then when you put it up against your face, you're gonna have a bent blade. This is weird, doing this by braille. Okay, so let's talk about direction here for a second. I always shave down on the cheeks. I am not a, oh man, nice fresh blades working well. And I don't pull the skin. And as soon as I get around to the other ear here, I'll explain why. Gotta figure out where I am. I don't pull the skin because if you pull the skin, let's talk about this for a second. Just give me my fingers here. Your whiskers grow at an angle. They come out of your skin like this is my face and my whiskers are like this. If I pull my skin, my cheek up, I pull the whiskers up. And when I cut those whiskers off, they're now below the surface of the skin. Now, you've seen it in all those Gillette commercials. It's kind of the same things happening here. But I've got really sensitive skin. So what ends up happening is if I pull it up, cut it off, now I've got ingrown hairs. And it's not bad here, but here through the neck, man, let me tell you, brother, that is no fun. I'm kind of nervous. Do I make funny faces? I suspect I make funny faces when I do this. Okay, one other thing about safety razors. In and around your nose, take it slow. You do not want to hack a corner of your nostril off. Trust me. And when you get older, you want to have a steady hand in the morning when you're doing this. Okay. I think we need a little bit of fresh soap going on here. I have no idea. Let's look over here in the phone. Yeah, let's dose a little bit more in here. So, a topic just for a moment here real quick while I'm lathering. Soap, like this soap. Man, you want to save some money, buy yourself some soap, buy yourself some safety razors. A bowl of soap like that lasts a year. Safety razors, they're so cheap you don't even count it anymore. As opposed to all these fancy microglide multi-blade razors. Man, you can spend a small fortune on razors. Okay. Let's talk about direction again. I think I'm pretty good there. No mirror, kind of tricky. Okay. Now, I don't know if everybody does this, but so I shave down to the line of my neck, right to here. Okay? And then, let's get a little more soap here. I shave up. Why? Why up? Well, I read this a long time ago, and I don't know if it's true, but the whiskers will now grow up in this direction. So if I'm wearing a shirt collar and a tie, which I used to do at one point in my life, it won't get as irritated as if it was pointing down. Remember those hairs again? If they're pointed down and your collar's rubbing against them all day, you get razor burn. Okay? Apparently, I don't know. But the key to it is to stay consistent. Man, this is going to be one patchy shave. That's alright though. Okay, well, I think I'm pretty close. Yeah, there's a little bit there. Okay, well, I think that probably should do it. I don't know. Feels off. Does it look off? Okay, so recap. Warm the beard up, get it wet. Shower works perfect for it. You can warm the brush up in the sink while you're in the shower. Again, good old RazoRock. Got different aromas. Lather in a bowl. And then I would probably rinse normally with the soapy water in the sink, but I'm gonna just hit the creek here in a second. So I hope that was useful and informative. Maybe I can hit a little bit of B-roll here in a moment so you can see some of this. But anyways, take your time. And well, I guess that's a wrap. I'll put all the links down in the I'll put all the links down below so you can check it out. And Italian Barber, Toronto, great stuff. All kinds of supplies for you. And other than that, well, welcome to adulthood.